as many people choose to major in accounting at the beginning are engaged in accountant, but they do not want to be only accountant. Can dean and professors share their career advancement after accountant? Thank you.
Certainly. Dean Holder, would you like to share your background with a little bit more detail?
Well, when I marched through in my introductory remarks a list of individuals that had departed from the relatively narrow confines of the accounting profession to become CEOs and CFOs in just a wide range of industries. The implicit in that, I think, is that those skills and the knowledge, but particularly the skills that you develop in a rigorous accounting program, those of critical analysis, those of professional skepticism. You may hear a very earnest story. You may hear a very earnest and deeply believed recommendation, but the ability to understand what that recommendation is based on, what are the empirics, what are the bases of support for the judgments that you're hearing, all of those are just exceptionally valuable, I think, in a wide range of endeavors in the business community, but even broader than that, in not-for-profit organizations, in government positions. It helps you learn to think and think critically, and realize where information may be of greater value to gather, or where circumstances indicate that the recommendation you're receiving from subordinates or from colleagues is sufficiently supported. But always exhibit that professional skepticism. That doesn't mean you don't trust people. It doesn't mean you think people are misleading you. It just means you want to be persuaded and convinced in an objective fashion by impartial evidence. As you learn those attributes and those skills and develop them, you develop your communication skills, you develop your reasoning capabilities. All of those translate and transfer to an enormous range of beneficial applications completely outside of accounting. But the accounting knowledge is still of importance.
I'll add just a couple of thoughts very quickly. Some examples I think about where even some of our recent graduates have taken different pathways, received their Masters of Accounting, started with the firms. One of the firms got their 2 or 3 years, 4 years worth of experience. One lady is now working with the FBI in a global terrorism investigation role. Very different than a traditional accounting perspective, but she's looking at terrorism from a standpoint of financial, what would be the word she would describe, holding companies hostage financially by crafting into their internet and things like that. So a very different, unique pathway. My own experience, while it's been predominantly always focused in financial reporting, when I was working with a public company, I was very involved in the operations. So working with the marketing people and the sales people and the product development teams to understand what was happening with the company and then be able to look at it through that financial reporting lens, which I believe helped our company to be really well prepared to launch whatever the new initiative was. I echo Dean Holder's comments that most important to me is, and for us, is that each student is attaining what they want, where they want to go, that knowledge and that strength. I think the profession is wide open, partly because there's a shortage of people in this profession, and partly because the world is just getting to be a place where the knowledge and the judgment that you will develop is going to carry you a very long way in your profession, whichever direction you go in your career. So quite frankly, I am really excited for where each of you are right now. I remember as I was joining the university and looking forward to starting my career. It's a very exciting time, and I have that enthusiasm for each one of you now.